A pleasant evening and a warm welcome to the national news on Channel I. I'm Dilanjali Ananda.
Good evening, I'm Avin Hettiarachchi and here are today's headlines.
The President makes a sudden inspection tour of the Agrarian Services Department. Grade 5 scholarship examinations to be held tomorrow. Teachers and principals praise the government for eliminating salary anomalies. It has been revealed in Parliament that the incident related to placing a bomb at a church was a conspiracy to embarrass the government.
Now on to those and more stories in detail. On today's top story, the President made a sudden inspection visit today to the Agrarian Services Department. This is the first time where a stately time where the decades-old department. The mission of the Agrarian Services Department is to give maximum productivity of agricultural into whether the task is being performed properly. The President held discussions with officials and employees in the Agrarian Services Review Board, Agrarians, Banks, Administration, Accounts, Development and Legal sectors for about 3 hours. He looked into the measures to be taken for the development of agricultural industry. The President pointed out that the preparations should be made for the Yala season by overcoming shortcomings in organic fertilizer distribution and use. 34 state and private organizations have been given permission to produce the organic fertilizer. Attention was given to the harvest and the success of organic fertilizer of those institutions. It was decided to encourage organizations that have shown progress and to increase their production. The President emphasized the need to provide technical knowledge to the farmers. The officials informed it was possible to cultivate all abandoned paddy fields in the 9 districts under the program. Most of the abandoned paddy fields have been found from Kalathura, Gaul and Mathura districts. The President instructed to examine the reason for abandoning those paddy fields and to take steps to cultivate the intervention of owners and farm organizations. The lands that cannot be used for paddy cultivation should be used for other crops. Deposits of farmers are accepted by 559 banks and Agrarian Services Department. The banks provide loans from 200,000 rupees to 1 million rupees, and officials pointed out problems faced by farmers by taking out loans at high interest rates can be provided through those banks. The President instructed to look into the possibility of strengthening farmers' banks and purchasing paddy from farmers at a higher rate. Minister Mahindananda Lutgamage, State Minister Shashendra Rajpaksha, President Secretary Gamini Senrath, President's Chief Advisor Lalit Veeratunga and a group of ministry secretariats were present at the occasion.
The Grade 5 scholarship examination will be held tomorrow. Department of Examinations said that arrangements have been made to conduct the examination without causing injustice to any student. 340,508 students are scheduled to sit for the scholarship examination tomorrow. The examination will be conducted at 2,943 centres and at 108 special centres. 255,062 are sitting the examination in Sinhala medium and 85,446 in Tamil medium. All students should follow health guidelines during the examination. 1 hour has been given to answer the first paper and 1 hour and 15 minutes have been given to answer the second paper. A special centre has been established at each relevant zone for COVID-infected candidates. Facilities have been provided for them to visit in the nearest examination centre and sit for the exam at the special centre by producing the PCR or rapid antigen test report. A special room has been set up for the candidates under quarantine and for candidates with symptoms at the centre itself.
Teachers and principals have expressed their gratitude to the government for giving them a correct salary for their profession by ending the salary anomalies. They pointed out that their salary anomalies remained for more than 24 years. A good government did not pay attention to the long-standing salary anomalies of teachers and principals. As a result, they had to struggle for their rights. The President appointed Ministerial Subcommittee to look into the matter. Considering its recommendations, Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa mentioned in the last budget that their salary anomalies would be removed in January. Accordingly, salary anomalies of teachers and principals were rectified yesterday. Teachers and principals emphasized that steps taken to solve the issue amidst economic crisis was commendable. Sri Lanka Podujana Education Services Union has thanked the government for providing a speedy solution to the salary issue.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says that the best gift that can be given to artists is the sudden accident medical insurance, which is given free of charge. The Prime Minister has emphasized which is a major step taken on behalf of all artists. The Prime Minister mentioned this while attending the official ceremony to offer insurance covers for artists, which was launched at the official's website of the State Ministry of National Heritage, Performing Arts and Rural Arts Development, and to introduce data systems of artists. The ceremony took place at the Temple Trees. The Prime Minister handed over insurance covers to the artists. SoftLogic Insurance Company symbolically handed over 50 insurance covers. The Prime Minister launched the official website www.heritage.gov.lk of the State Ministry. Data of veteran actor Ravindra Randhaniya and dancer Kotaheva Grantine Silva were included, launching the data systems of artists. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa said that artists are a resource for the country. He said that artists see the society in a transparent manner. The Prime Minister said that the artists should have a right to experience democratic rights in the country. However, he said it should not be forgotten there was a time where the rights of artists were denied. Although there is no such situation at present, it should not be forgotten that there was such a situation in the past. Limits have not been imposed on artists. Prime Minister said he is happy to note that excellent local production are being created since heavy taxes were imposed on foreign teledramas. Ranmini Thanna was made on behalf of the country's artists. He pointed out that even Indian artists used it for their creations. He added that it has been neglected. The Mahasangha State Minister Vidura Vikramanayake, Prime Minister's Secretary Anura Disanayake and a group of officials were present on the occasion.
Health authorities emphasized that it is essential to control the increasing number of COVID-19 patients. They pointed out that it is important under any situation to follow the health guidelines and to get vaccinated.
Questions have been raised about the actions that need to be taken if there is an unprecedented rise in number of COVID-19 patients reported in Sri Lanka. I would like to emphasize the fact that we have faced a situation where over 4,000 cases reported in a given day, and still we have been able to manage the situation at that time. However, we do not want to expect such situation hereafter or in future. So we know what we have to do is, rather than speculating what could be done or what would be done if there is an unprecedented number of cases, what we need to contemplate and focus at this moment is as to how we could reduce the present number of cases to a minimum level. So for that, we have already declared what are the actions that you need to take and what are the actions that you should not take. And then we know that adhering to health guidelines and getting the appropriate vaccine is the most important aspect in this regard.
The Director General of Health Services confirmed today 17 COVID-19 related deaths that occurred yesterday. 10 out of them are 60 and above 60 years. 6 of them are between the ages of 30 and 59. 35,800,585 vaccine doses have been given so far under the COVID immunization program. 16,359,250 have been given the first dose of the vaccine. 13,879,863 have been given both doses. 4,861,472 have been given the booster dose. Giving the COVID vaccine to school children between the ages of 12 and 15 years is continuing at a district level.
It was disclosed in Parliament today that the incident related to the finding a grenade at the church in Borala is a conspiracy to embarrass the government. Minister Johnston Fernandez said State Minister Kanchana Wijesekar expressed their views about the matter during the debate on President's policy statement. Several other public government and opposition members also spoke during the debate. State Minister Kavinda Jayawardena said that there was a grenade at All Saints Church. Chairman of the Litro Company is removed, then appointed again. Minister Johnston Fernandez said that as a democratic leader, the president has power to keep or remove. The minister said he asked to investigate the matter. The minister said he does not accept still that someone is doing it. However, it should be investigated. He said there is a son who is betrayed his father. There is a group behind gas explosions.
Thank you, Minister. Your point is taken. Thank you.
State Minister Kavinda Jayawardena said that the mastermind behind the bomb at the church to be found. There is suspicion about the political hand behind the person who kept the bomb at the church. Information says that there are persons who are involved highly with social media representing the opposition and the good governance.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has requested South Korea to increase the number of employment facilities given to Sri Lankans. The Prime Minister made the request when he met the South Korean Speaker Park Byung-seg at the Temple Trees yesterday. It is after 10 years that a South Korean speaker is visiting the country. The South Korean speaker said that he is happy to note that young Sri Lankan workers are contributing to increase the revenue in both countries. According to the Foreign Ministry, 22,000 Sri Lankan workers are employed in South Korea. They have sent $520 million to the country in 2019. Their contribution is 7.75% of the total foreign remittance sent to Sri Lankan workers. It is equal to 0.62% of Sri Lanka's gross domestic product. In 2019, South Korea allotted 3,600 jobs to Sri Lankan workers. After 20 months, the first batch of 33 workers reached South Korea last month. The South Korean speaker commended giving the COVID vaccine to South Korean community in Sri Lanka and including South Korean language in the GCE advanced level syllabus. He said that opportunities for local youth with technical abilities can be made available in education and vocational training fields. Sri Lanka and South Korea mark 45 years of commencing diplomatic relation between the two countries. Meanwhile, the South Korean speaker watched parliamentary meeting from the VIP gallery. They made the visit on the invitation of Speaker Mahinda Yapa Abeyewardene. Deputy Chairman of Committees Angan Ramanathan, Secretary General of Parliament Dhammika Dasanayake and Surgeon at Arms Narendra Fernando welcomed the delegation. A meeting took place between the two speakers. Leader of the House Dinesh Gunawardena, Chief Government Whip Johnston Fernando, Labour Minister Nimal Siripal De Silva and a group of public representatives were present at the occasion.
Chairman of the State Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Corporation, Dr. Utpala Indravangsha, says they have been able to achieve targets before the scheduled date. He said it will save foreign exchange. He mentioned this while attending a media briefing today at the President Media Today. State Pharmaceutical Manufacturing Corporation, Dr. Utpala Indravangsha, says that they were able to achieve maximum capacity by 31st December 2020. As the first step, tablets, capsules and drugs for cancer were manufactured. It is expected to complete orthopedic equipment factory in 1.5 years. It is expected to complete the factory for cancer elimination drugs in 2 years. By the middle of 2024, a large pharmaceutical factory with the capacity of producing 3,500 million tablets and capsules is expected to be completed. A net profit of 1.1 billion rupees was earned in 2021. By 31st December 2021, a net profit of 1.275 billion rupees was earned.
Meanwhile, Renuka Pereira assumed duties this morning as the new chairman of Milko Company at the head office in Colombo 3. New chairman Renuka Pereira assumed duties amid the blessings of the Mahasangha. Speaking on the occasion, he said that the target to promote the liquid milk according to Vistas of Prosperity policy of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa will be taken forward. Minister Gamini Lokuge, State Minister D.B. Herath and a group of people were present on the occasion.
Pakistan High Commission in Colombo organised a condolence reference in memory of late Priyantha Kumara, who was lynched in Sialkot last year. The event was held today with the participation of widow of late Priyantha Kumara, Nilushi Dissanayaka and their children. The event was also graced by Mahasangha, other religious leaders, Speaker Mahinda Abeyewardene, Minister Nalma Rajapaksa and State Ministers Taraka Balasurya and Lohan Ratwatta. Religious rites in memory of late Priyantha Kumara were held in both Buddhist and Islamic traditions. Widow of late Priyantha Kumara thanked the government of Pakistan for delivering on the promise and ensuring fair and speedy trial. Addressing the event, High Commissioner Designate of Pakistan, Major General Umar Farooq Burki, said that each and every person in Pakistan, including Prime Minister Imran Khan, aggrieved and strongly condemned the inhumane act. He said that on strict directions of Prime Minister of Pakistan, the trial of the offenders will continue on a daily basis as Prime Minister is directly supervising the proceedings of the trial. He reaffirmed the commitment to continue working towards improving friendly relations between Pakistan and Sri Lanka.
Trust me when I tell you that each and every person in Pakistan, from the Prime Minister to a common man, irrespective of his status, has grieved on this incident. We as a nation, from top to bottom, and all our leadership has strongly condemned this heartless act of few barbarians. Here I once again pay my heartfelt condolences to the widow of late Mr. Priyantha Kumara and his children. Let me also say that no religion advocates using violence in any way. Mahatma Gandhi was killed by an Hindu. Anwar Sadat was killed by a Muslim. These are acts of terrorism and violence which no religion condones.
My special thanks to Mr. Imran Khan, His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, who personally overseen and followed our case. Sir, I want you and your government continuous support to get all entitlement due for Priyantha and his belongings unattended in Pakistan. May I also request you to do the justice and punish all the murderers of my innocent husband. I demand justice not as a revenge, but I believe what happened to my husband should never happen to any human being. The pain and suffering of myself and my children should never happen to any other woman or children. Thank you, Prime Minister. Again, I also thanks to all the good people in Pakistan and around the world who variously shows solidarity and support with me and my family in these difficult times. I want to thank His Excellency, Pakistan High Commissioner and Deputy High Commissioner and all the staff of the High Commission for organizing this event and inviting us.
Now on to sports news. Sri Lanka won the third match of the one-day international series against Zimbabwe today in Pallekele. Sri Lanka won the third and final one-day international against Zimbabwe by 185 runs. Batting first, Sri Lanka scored 254 for 9 wickets. Pathum Nissanka scored 55, Charit Aslanka 52. Zimbabwe was all out for 70 runs in 24.4 overs. Jeffrey Van der Sey took 4 wickets for Sri Lanka. Charit Aslanka was awarded the man of the match and Pathum Nissanka was the man of the series. Meanwhile, Minister Namal Rajapaksa said that he aims to improve local football and up to a professional level. The minister mentioned this during an award ceremony held last night in recognition of football players. The award ceremony was organized for the first time by Sri Lanka Football Federation. It has been organized to felicitate football players who excelled nationally and internationally last year. The minister awarded national colours to 18 players including captain Sudan Pereira, Wazim Razik, Kavindu Izan and Mohammad Fazal, who represented the national football team. Sri Lanka team, which won the gold medal at the South Asian Gold Cup Championship in 1995, was also felicitated on the occasion. Minister Namal Rajapaksa said that when compared with the results of the past year, football fans can be happy now. International attention has been drawn to some of the matches. It will be possible to take football to the international arena in the future.
ඉදිරි කාල සීමාව තුළ මෙරට ෆුට්බෝල් ක්‍රීඩාව ජාත්‍යන්තර තලයේ එමෙත ප්‍රොෆෙෂනල් ලෙවල් එකට අපට රැගෙන යන්න හැකි වෙනවා කියන කාරණා.
That's it for tonight's English News Update. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Good night.